have anything this England team to deal with like that the other night, but tonight's going to be a real test. Already a pass between the lines, a little turn, a ball out wide and a chance created, so they've got to really be on concentration.
That's not going to help. And this is a team that is on a very solid run, and Thomas Tuchel said that there was probably a bit of common sense in the dressing room straight after the game on Saturday. The players felt the same as he did, that it wasn't the best performance. He did reiterate that they did create chances, had a battery of shots in the match, but didn't have that ruthless, that clinical edge.
Just setting up as a 4-4-2 England, and obviously they've got three in midfield, Diarra, Kamara and Gana Gay, and that's going to be a problem for the two midfield players, how they cope with that, who they pull back. Eze will be asked to just drop in and fill that gap.
They are playing a team who, as a result of committing up the pitch, playing with a less rigid structure, might just give England a little bit more freedom to express themselves, but it's been a long time since his team suffered defeat. In fact, he wasn't the coach the last time they did. He replaced Aliou Cissé, the former Portsmouth and Birmingham midfielder, back in December. Okay. This is the returning Bukayo Saka.
This is the type of game we talked about the other night, about what they're not getting, being obviously relegated from the Nations League. The fact that they can come across opposition individually, but also team shapes, etc., that they're going to come across in the bigger games at the World Cup. The more of these, the better, but they're not going to get that many before the tournament starts.
Koulibaly looking for Sarr. Walker has to be on his mettle. Safety first. This is Bench Malik Diouf taking the throw in of Slavia Prague. This is Koulibaly. Now Lamine Kamara. Still work by Gordon. Dispossessed. It's fed Harry Kane. Saka trying to get up alongside him, but well enough to win the ball back, prepping Diatta. Good place for Gordon. Njai, out-muscling Miles Lewis-Skelly. And then getting beyond Gallagher with a lovely bit of skill. Feeding the ball into Nicholas Jackson. It's a good solid save by Dean Henderson. And it needed to be. That's a good Senegalese move.
Yeah, really good. Ndiaye cuts inside. Creates the space on the outside for Jackson. Good bit of skill inside Gallagher. And then the ball was perfectly fed into his path. He can just run onto it. Talks about his finishing. He's trying to go near post. I think he's just put his laces through it. It's a good save from Henderson.
Crystal Palace hero in the FA Cup final, Dean Henderson. He's been called into action inside 5 minutes here at the City Ground. Niakate with throw. Buying trying to cause some problems. And Henderson charged into. Nailers aren't penalised. You get the feeling that England aren't going to be allowed to settle into the game.
Well, they've started really well. Senegal, they're all over the pitch. First to the ball, the passing has been good, the possession. And they've got individuals we've talked about before the game that can beat players.
It wasn't a great game on Friday night. They played Ireland. It was competitive, but a lot of these players were rested, I think, with the expressed intention to come here to the City Ground tonight and test themselves against England after a really good run of games.
Yeah, absolutely. With no disrespect to Ireland, this is the one that they'll be looking at as their main game in this spell of games. Get a victory or a decent performance against an England side, it's always a feather in your cap.
Lewis-Skelly. This is Levi Colwill. Conor Gallagher switching it out to Carl Walker. Kane has made a run, but it's going to be Saka who receives the ball. So it's back to help the defence, and out with Bukayo Saka, much to the delight of the handful of Senegalese fans that have made the journey. Ezra's won it back. Now it's Gallagher. It's still Conor Gallagher. Gordon, still Harry Kane's there. Wherever, whenever. Harry Kane just loves playing for England, and he loves scoring goals for England. Quick, sharp, and on hand. England make the breakthrough inside 7 minutes.
Well, it's really good play from Eza. But Harry Kane, we've seen him drop deep so many times to set up play, but one of the things that will never go away from his game is the fact that he stays in between the posts and he picks goals like this up. Same the other night. Just right on the edge of being offside. The arms go up. Save's not the best, but he won't mind. It's just on a plate for him.
There's a few complaints from the Senegalese defenders, including Koulibaly, who was straight up to the French referee, Stephanie Frappart, protesting that there was an infringement in the build-up to the goal. And that has fallen on deaf ears. We do have VAR and goal line technology tonight, even though it's an international friendly. And England have taken just 7 minutes to breach the Senegalese defence. The Senegalese defence that has been famed from keeping clean sheets, really. The goal that they conceded against Ireland on Friday night was the first time that anybody had scored past them in 651 minutes.
Just got caught a little bit in the middle of the pitch, then they all came narrow, and that just freed up that space on that left-hand side of the penalty box. They get the shot away. But you have to say, it's probably against run of play. They've had a good start in Senegal. They've had some good possession, created a few little overloads in the middle of the park. It's all about goals, and Harry Kane loves them.
It certainly does. 73 goals for Harry Kane now. The seventh cap tonight, was not happy at the weekend despite becoming the second England player ever to score in the manager's first 3 games in charge. He's now scored in his first 4.
Couple of little sloppy passes. Nice to go the first 9 minutes of this game or so.
Aimed in towards Sarr, a little bit too high for him. Colwell was there to deal with it.
Great ball in. They just do that a lot. They have a little run inside, it just creates that little bit of space.
Just a little bit of pressure from Nicholas Jackson on Henderson, which Henderson wasn't entirely comfortable with. Lewis Skelly draws the foul. From Diarra. Which has gifted possession back to Senegal. Here is Diouf. An opportunity for Diarra to strike it. Juggled with by Henderson, but he's got it at the second attempt.
Diouf at left back started the game really, really well. Not shy getting forward, that's for sure. He's got to get it back now, though.
It's been a good start to the game, end to end. Here is Gordon trying to create, winning their first corner of the game. Corners certainly weren't very profitable for Thomas Tuchel at the weekend. They had quite a few of them, but never looked like scoring, really. Chalobah up from the back. Colwell has joined him too. Skelly surrounding Edouard Mendy. He did have a bit of a fumble with that chance, which led to the goal. Stephanie Frappard not happy about the fact that Trevor Chalobah and Nicholas Jackson are getting well acquainted.
I just don't get that. I don't get why referees step in on corners and tell people not to. Just let it go, and if it's a foul, give a penalty or a free kick. You don't have to tell them not to foul before. It's just a waste of time.
Jackson's making out that we're friends. We share a dressing room usually. We're allowed to be this close. Declan Rice, good delivery, which is beaten away by Diatta. Thrown away by Njai. That is what they missed at the weekend, because Declan Rice wasn't in the team, and his corners have been brilliant for Arsenal all of last season. Miles Lewis-Skelly. Search out Anthony Gordon. That's picked him out too. He's blocked by the Monaco fullback for Diatta. Looking for Saka. There's a bit of a slip by El Hadj Malik Diouf, which almost allowed Saka in.
Yeah, he done him a little move. He went to the ball and then spun in the space. Just put Diouf off balance a little bit. Nearly got away with it.
Oh, by Gallagher. He's been officially named El Pitbull since joining Atletico Madrid. Tenacious quality certainly have gone down well at the Metropolitano. It's terrific in a game against Real Madrid in the last 16 of the Champions League earlier in the season. Here's Jackson trying to tee the ball back up for Kamara. Space outside for Diouf. Walker comes across. It's a good cross from Diouf. It's a good header from Ismail Assar, who is denied by the reflexes of Dean Henderson.
Yeah, really good from Senegal, from right to left, really quickly. That little ball out, he takes no chances about taking a touch. He's just in first time. Again, Diouf started really well at left back. It's almost left wing back. Decent save from Henderson. He's one he should save.
Kamara with the corner kick. Away by Harry Kane. Big Diarra trying to keep it alive on the edge of the penalty area, but Gallagher almost nabbed it. Back in it goes. Really was a very good cross from El Hadj Malik Diouf on this left-hand side, and that's not the first time he's done that tonight. He's a Czech title winner this season with Slavia Prague.
Yeah, the thing is with him as well, he's got arguably one of the best dribblers on the pitch to mark. And he's playing a little bit of cat and mouse with him, saying, I'm going to go, you've got to chase me back. At the moment, Saka's not really had an awful lot of the ball. He's had one little dribble, but his advance is the left back at the moment.
It's a good header from Ismail Assar as well, and he is underrated in the air. He's got a terrific goal in the FA Cup quarter-final against Fulham. It's a lovely ball by Kane, which has been switched out to Gordon, who's been chopped down in his prime.
And that's the other side of Kane, dropping deep. As soon as he gets a bit of space and a bit of grass in front of him, Starts looking for those diagonals. Really good passer of the ball. No doubt about that. Commit yourself as a fullback. You have to get something on the ball.
Too many cards in international friendlies, but Crepin Diatta gets the first yellow card of the night.
It's a bit harsh, but this is what it is. It's a good position for England as well.
Anthony Barry, the assistant manager of England, what he was doing is coaching practice, wrote a lot about set pieces, the effectiveness of them, how they could be utilised. He has had roles at various different clubs, being the set piece coach. And yet to really profit from too many set pieces since the new coaching team came in.
I wouldn't be a throwing coach, I'd do.
I'm sure we can get you a job somewhere.
I was good at throw-ins.
Declan Rice standing over this free kick for England. Now the penalty box. It's a low one. Steered away by Senegal. By Harry Kane away from Lamar, and again he tried to feed the ball into Gordon, and that connection almost came off again. I think that sort of role that Harry Kane has done a couple of times tonight, where he's dropped deep, spun and then sent the ball into the flanks, is the kind of thing we were expecting more of on Saturday, with him dropping deep and then runners in behind him or in beyond him.
There's a big difference. The positions he's dropping into. Positions he's dropping into tonight. There's a midfield there. Once he gets away from him, the other night there was nowhere. He was dropping in there, and then there's 11 players all packed on the edge of the box. He does relish that little position. Henderson's found him a couple of times.
It's fascinating actually with Declan Rice on Saturday, because Thomas Tuchel said to radios after the game that he had looked out of rhythm, hence the reason he didn't play against Andorra, and he thought that Jordan Henderson had earned the chance to play. And why do you forget? A little bit closer to Henderson.
The thing is with Thomas Tuchel, he will be watching in training and watching all aspects. Just out when you go on a free day, you play golf and you do your bit of leisure time. He's watching all the time. The coaches are giving feedback, how you mix, what you like in the squad, what you like at dinner time when you're all eating. All of that stuff goes into a little kind of file on you in his head. I am surprised that Tony's not playing tonight. I thought he might have got a little run out. As the boys said before, they would probably come on half an hour to go, but I thought that's a better way of seeing him after all the training. They've been away a long time, that just to see him in a competitive match would be a big thing because of where he's playing as well.
Gallagher, Kane managed to get Sarr into a pincer movement, and Gordon is speeding away down the left. He's chose Saka instead. Bukayo Saka for England. Just held up, covered well, and kept hold of the ball here, Bukayo Saka. Benefit of having Gallagher in the team is for moments like that, when you turn the ball over high up the pitch.
Yeah, he just chose the wrong pass. Probably didn't see Gordon on his left-hand side, but he was free, he was in on goal.
is Eze, who's nudged rather forcefully by Amadou Koulibaly. Thomas Tuchel talked a lot about seeing his players training with a smile, but not playing with one at the weekend. He said they must forget the weight of the jersey. It's a phrase that has been trotted out by several England managers, and very few have been able to alleviate the burden consistently. Certainly this is a more enjoyable game for the players to play in.
Yeah, it just gets your concentration right up there. Not that they shouldn't be concentrating against Andorra, but completely different environment, different crowd, different in all ways. You can't get it any more different than a game like this, and it's good opposition for England tonight.
Back to Gallagher. He needs to switch it out to this near side now, and he's used Chalobah to do that. And playing their way out of what was an aggressive press from Senegal.
There's a reason to move it quickly when there's decent opposition in front of you. When you're playing against just two lots of defence and midfield players right in front of you on the edge of the box, there's no real need to move it that quick because they're not moving anywhere. There's no gaps, there's no anything. But now that the team comes onto you, they've got a bit about them, there's a reason to be sharp, to move it quicker.
Once a Nottingham Forest player. Just inviting a bit of pressure from Eze. On his by Njai. Jackson making his presence felt with clubmate Chalobah. Sure, Koulibaly agrees with the decision of Stephanie Frappart.
Just looked like it leaned into him, and it looked like a push first time round, but the referee was a lot closer than I was.
Forceful pressing on the Senegalese front line. Again, decision goes against them. And Jackson is not too enamoured with the decision. Colwell suggesting he got caught on his right foot.
Yeah, it was one of them. He got there first, he knew it was coming.
Scored the goal that took Chelsea to the Champions League on this ground, Levi Colwell. Henderson's kick forward. Kane penalised this time.
Not sure what for.
Koulibaly. Aimless ball forward by the experienced central defender. the centre of defence in England's 3-0 win over Senegal in the World Cup 2.5 years ago. He played against Ivan Toney in the Saudi League a couple of times this season. Hasn't come off very well. Pleased that he's not in the England starting 11 today. Colwell towards Kane. He's out-muscled by Niakate. Pretty good press from Senegal. This is Chalobah trying to drive through. Saka. Ball by Gallagher that finds Saka. Walker on the overlap on this near side with a fizzing cross, and Anthony Gordon somehow beaten to it. Kane claiming that should be a corner. The officials are undecided.
This is a brilliant ball in from Walker. He's got space, he takes his time. Just look, far post. Gordon gets ahead of his marker, Diatta, which is the hard thing to do, to get in front, but it just looks like it comes off Gordon's heel. Yeah. It's one of them, it flies in the net or it doesn't. It's coming in so quick, he's just throwing a heel to try and get in front of the defender.
It's another well-worked move, though, by England, and Carl Walker's ball into the box was a fizzer.
It's the first real time that he's gone past on the outside, past Saka, who's just in the inside right position.
Gordon did inject a little bit of energy off the bench on Saturday. There was that lung-busting run back towards the end of the game where he tried to win the ball late on. Played in towards Njai, away by Colwell. Mopped up by Gay. Kamara. Kamara again. There's a bit of competition for places in that Senegalese midfield. There's some burgeoning talents coming through. Pape Gueye, who plays for Villarreal, has had a bit of a knock this week, so didn't feature against Ireland. He's only on the bench tonight, but he was particularly impressive for the Villarreal team. They've got to the Champions League. Colwell forcing Jackson illegally. Good move from Jackson. Colwell thought he had him. Gave himself the yellow card. Tiny little touch through the legs. What England have done is sorted out that midfield. And just getting outnumbered first 5-10 minutes, but they've brought Eze back at times. Harry Kane's dropped in there. Saka's come narrow at times as well, just to block off the gaps. Kamara's free kick. A strong header to get the ball away. And still trying to shepherd the ball out. It's gone out for another throw-in. The noise that you can hear away to our left-hand side is because Morgan Gibbs-White is warming up, hometown hero. Thrown in by Niakate again. A good, strong header from Chalobah once more. Saka robbing the ball on halfway, but Diouf is there to intervene for Senegal. Henderson away. Kane's coming back from an offside position, so couldn't challenge for that. Gay. Now Ismail Assar looking for the run of Jackson. Snap put up by Chalobah.
Yeah, that's good play from Chalobah. Has to be tight there. Give Jackson another half a yard and he will take that in his stride and run you down the sides.
Here's Ismail Assar. Took the ball out wide towards that far side. Diarra has just peeled away into that position. Backed up by Diatta and then Kamara. Swept wide by Ghana Gay into Diouf, whose delivery is well known. It's dealt with by Walker, and Saka now trying to escape. He's dragged to the floor.
Yeah, they need to sort that out. Walker and Saka. Walker goes really narrow. He wants Saka to pick him up, and he wasn't with the left back. And again, another dangerous cross comes in. Free kick in the end, but they just need to sort that spacing out a little bit on this left-hand side.
Only 20, has some suitors, does El Hadj Malik Diouf, and I suppose after tonight, if he keeps crossing the ball like that, he'll have some more.
He's got an engine on him as well, because he's, as I said, he's chasing Saka back the other way.
Colwell away. By chasing. This touch has to be perfect back to Mendy because Gordon is coming in quickly. Mendy just lost his nerve a little bit there. It's good pressure from Anthony Gordon, who is rapid off the mark. So is Ismail Assar. As Gallagher and Chalobah have just found out. Diarra. Jai. Diarra's been allowed to wander out into that right wing position. Rice has gone to meet him. His time getting a cross in, and eventually the free kick is given. A lot more football to come on ITV over the course of the next few weeks with the Women's Euros on the way, but we've got some stellar names for you in action this weekend as Soccer Aid for UNICEF returns on ITV1 and STV. That's 6 p.m. on Sunday night. Join Dermot and Alex for all the action, and the big send-off game for the Lionesses before they go away to the Women's Euros, Sunday the 29th of June, 4:15 ITV1 and STV. We're live at the King Power Stadium for their game against Jamaica.
Are you involved in Soccer Aid? Are you playing?
No. I do have Jason Manford as the co-commentator. Here is Njai. On to Ghana. And the Idrissa Gana Gueye is prevented by Dean Henderson from equalising for Senegal.
That's a good save. Stretching, he gets his shot away through legs, sees it late, throws his right hand down at it. Not sure what's going on with the ref. Oh, he's having a chat. Talking about handball or something.
It's a good opportunity for Idrissa Gana Gueye, who doesn't score too many goals. 7 in 120 caps for Senegal. Well, that was a good chance. Save from Dean Henderson, because he's made a couple tonight already, hasn't he?
Yeah. He was alert because it came looking, stretching for it. gets it under control, then gets his shot away. No back lift. Through a set of legs. It's a good save. He's had a couple, hasn't he? One with his foot really early on.
It's interesting, actually. You know, if you look at the shots that they've had on targets, more than England have managed so far in the opening 37 minutes of the game. Henderson has been called upon. There was a bit of chatter reporting earlier in the week that England need a strong backup goalkeeper to put a bit of more pressure on Jordan Pickford, who hasn't really had too much of a challenge over his tenure as the England #1. That may be down to some injuries and unfortunate circumstances, but he has been almost the first name on the team sheet without much consideration, Pickford, over the last few years. Henderson, whose performances for Crystal Palace have been stellar, is playing European football next season. Well, that's the plan.
Yeah, the plan. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Body swerve to take him away from Anthony Gordon. Good feet again. Gallagher goes across. Gordon wins it, feeds Eze. The scoring hero of the FA Cup final.
That's just where they need to switch it a bit quicker. They're just coming inside. Ball was on out to Walker on this right-hand side, but it didn't come quick enough. Just allows Senegal to get their press together.
Jai pleading his innocence, now being told to get further back away from the ball. Mr. Saka. Immediately Diouf is on him. Sarr immediately goes steaming forward. He's got Jackson in the centre. Diouf getting up alongside him. Declan Rice has to come back and put the fire out.
Well, again, Diouf from left back. Big long ball to Saka. He got his distance absolutely spot on. Getting there as the ball arrives, nicked it off him. A really good half, the left back.
Jackson. Carter. Jackson had to stand up. He was ready to charge into the England penalty area. Wanted that ball played quicker towards him. Now he's on the search again. Keeps it alive, and Ismaila Sarr is arriving. And he's beaten Kyle Walker to it. And Senegal are level. The first team to breach Thomas Tuchel's England are Senegal. And after 40 minutes of this match at the City Ground, I don't think England can have too many complaints. They had been warned.
Well, as a defender, you've got to think the worst is going to happen. The ball is going to be kept in, and you've got to be ahead of the game. Just look at Walker. And the goal scorer, Sarr. He's goal side of him. He's got to expect the ball to come in. He just goes to sleep. Brilliant from Jackson. On a plate for Sarr. Poor from Walker. Not an awful lot Chalobah can do to stop the ball coming into the box, but it's after that. He just takes a chance, Sarr. Out-sprints, out-thinks England's right back.
Well, he came off the bench to grab the equaliser at the Aviva on Friday night, and he's nabbed another equaliser here at the City Ground. It's 1-1. On the balance of play, it's a true reflection of the game so far.
Yeah, pretty much. Chalobah. The biggest part of being a defender is getting your distances right. concentration when you think you're not in the game. Got to expect something bad to happen. Be there just in case.
Themselves in front, England failed to press home that advantage. I think you said when they scored the goal it was against the run of play. He had a handful of skirmishes for Edouard Mendy to worry about in the Senegalese goal. Certainly Henderson's been the busier of the two.
Absolutely, he's made a couple of good saves. There's been some really dangerous balls coming in from this left-hand side, as we mentioned.
Walker. His cross this time is deflected into the arms of Mendy.
As they're just shouting over to Kyle Walker to put it in a bit early. He was getting ready to make a run from the edge of the box.
Well, the Senegalese supporters high up in the Bridgeford stand behind the Mendy goal in fine voice. Fans have been a little bit quietened by the vibrancy of the Senegalese attack. High pressure they've put on the defence has unsettled them at times. A little bit late here on Diouf by Kyle Walker. He's going to get a yellow card. It's another one.
Again, it's a good touch from Diouf. Gone for the ball, but just got there a little bit quick.
He was beaten by Ismail Assar to the ball when that ball came back in.
Yeah, just look at the bottom of your screen. He's there, now he's not. That's all about the thought process. You can't start running until your brain engages, and he's just lost concentration. And that's where Sarr took advantage. He knows it. He's been there before. We all have. And he'll be disappointed with that.
Featured in both the March games under Thomas Tuchel. He's 35 now. It's Kyle Walker. It's the 6th different England manager he's played for. He has great experience. Did make 16 appearances for Milan on loan, but they didn't take up the option to purchase Kyle Walker. I'm not sure he's got much of a future at Manchester City. Doesn't appear to be going to the Club World Cup, although that's not been confirmed yet. He's certainly hoping to become an England centurion and an England legend, Kyle Walker. 96 cap tonight. Talking of legends, the Forest legends who play for England are in the house tonight. Many of them getting their legacy caps. Gary Birtles is up there on the top left-hand side. Steve Hodge involved this evening as well. Neil Webb has been there too. Colin Cooper amongst them. Tony Woodcock also here this evening. And somewhere Steve Stone is here. Well, maybe he's gone for a cup of tea. I know he does like a brew, Stoney. But he was the last Forest player to score for England 30 years ago. Into the first of 2 added minutes at the end of the first half.
This place normally in Premier League games absolutely jumping. It just shows maybe how well Senegal have played in this first half and how they've kept this crowd relatively quiet.
By Koulibaly. Rice picks up the pieces. This is Gordon, immediately engaged by Njai. Away by Mendy.
got some work to do, Thomas Tuchel at half-time again. Just getting the patterns of play back together, and it's not been fluid from England by any means. Created a couple of chances, but lots of improvement needed.
Kane. Body swerving away from Lamine Camara, but that will be the last action of the first 45 minutes, where once again there may well be more questions than answers for Thomas Tuchel. Harry Kane put England in front early in the first half, but the lead didn't last to half-time. Ismail Assar scoring his goal for Senegal, his 16th in 73 caps, to make it 1-1 at half-time. Ian Wright, Roy Keane and Mark Pugach will react to it next, but at the break, it is all square. England 1, Senegal 1.